Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Conversations with Davina. I am your host, Davina McLean Randall, and I am the founder of A Caring Voice for You, a nationwide based phone service designed to uplift individuals facing stress, loneliness, grief, life transitions, and honestly, everything in between. So, whether you are in need of someone to check in with you or just listen, we're here to provide that support that you need. Remember, you are not alone. So if you or a loved one could benefit from any emotional support, please reach out to caringvoiceforyou.com. So today I'm thrilled to welcome a truly inspiring guest. Welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you today.
Thank you so much, Davina. I am thrilled to be here.
Well, we appreciate you for being here and being just available to share your story to help others be lifted up. So, can you let the audience know just a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, just as you mentioned, I am an author and I have also uh, a, a junior literary agent as well as an encouragement coach and a development coach. So, I strongly believe that everyone has a story, whether it's a written story or it's a story that they hold close to their heart. And I think we all live out our stories. And so I feel like part of my gifting is to be able to help people develop in producing their story and coming a little closer to who they are, to their identity and their purpose.
Wow, that's beautiful. You help with, is it with editing, with from beginning to finish of book writing, or tell us a little bit more?
Okay, so I wear several different hats. As I mentioned, that I am an author. I just had a maybe the, fear, maybe the anxiety of having had lost them and all that was going on in my life. I relied on being able to write in a journal. And I think a journal can be a great tool because it measures where you've been and where you are and where you hope and anticipate to be. And so it can be a beautiful thing. And so for those that like to write, I do encourage, like, use that as a tool to be able to tap into some of your emotions and some of your feelings. And even today, I still, use my journal. I mean, a journal can be just writing scriptures, writing down the scriptures that are important to you or relevant to you. It could be having a conversation or talking about what you aspire to do or to achieve. A journal could be so many different things to different people. I mean, even if someone says, I'm not a writer or I don't write, it could be something where you just basically draw pictures, doodle, scratch, whatever in that moment helps you to unwind your feelings and your emotions. I wholeheartedly say, take a journal, just do that, make it a daily practice, and if it's not a journal, then find something that you can do, whether it be working a puzzle. I mean, something that may be something different from what you've done before, working a puzzle or doing something that gives you a moment of stillness and quiet to be able to pull your emotions out, to be able to really acknowledge what you're feeling. I think
Hmm.
we spend so much time. I also want to mention that I learned that I'm a breath holder. And I didn't realize that until probably a few years back that I hold my breath when I know that things are like starting to become really intense. I just like hold my breath and I breathe shallowly. And I started learning that you need to be able to stop and breathe. And I ended up getting a tattoo on my wrist that reminds me to breathe, just because I realized that at one point that I had that tendency to stop and just not breathe. So an encouragement is to stop in a moment and just take a very deep cleansing breath and just stop and center yourself for that moment. And, it could be in a moment of prayer or whatever else. But I think the biggest thing I would encourage people to do is to be basically like, tap in and redirect and find out what they really are experiencing, what they're really feeling, and just not be afraid to own those emotions. There's no shame in feeling the grief. There's no shame in feeling the sadness in that moment. You just don't want to stay there. Find something in that moment that brings you joy. I mean, I'm someone that's very, I don't know if you can see my little office space, but I'm someone that I like vintage toys and I like things that are really, I'm going to show you this. This is like this is an old vintage monkey. It has the symbols, and I call this my yay me monkey, because there are times you can wind it up and it does a symbol and it kind of claps for me. Just little things that bring you joy. It doesn't have to satisfy anyone else. It can just satisfy yourself. And as far as just encouraging, surround yourself with those things and with those people that will bring you the courage and the encouragement.
Yeah. Wow, you said so many amazing things that I think people can draw from and kind of take in and definitely use. The one thing that resonated with me very much is to just breathe. Sometimes we need to stop and take a moment, whether you're closing your eyes or you're keeping them open, but just breathe. And I often share with my clients that even if you're having a moment where your emotions are just all over the place, you could be angry, upset, sad, whatever it is, just stop, take a few deep breaths in and out, breathe. And even when you're surrounded by other people, no one really needs to know that you're doing that, and you can do it
Yes,
anywhere. So I
yes.
often encourage that, to breathe, just like what Syrone shared, to just breathe and, take a moment to reflect on what's going on and try to get yourself back to the place where you want to be and center yourself. So
Yes,
beautiful.
yes, yes. Because with anxiety, I notice that with myself when I'm feeling moments of anxiety, it can like continue, it can cycle, you know, but for a moment, it can redirect if you just stop for a moment and you just take that deep cleansing breath, and then it's kind
Mhm.
of causes you to, just come to a screeching halt with that anxiety. So it's just breathing is just so important. It really does like recenter you and kind of refocus you as well.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I am so thankful that we had the opportunity to chat and for
Me
you to
too.
share your story. It's beautiful. Just a lot of what you share just I don't know, it just helped me as well to know that you can continue to push through. And I'm sure our audience would agree that, you have been through a lot, but your faith and your ability to push through and the strategies that you shared are absolutely phenomenal. And I thank you so much for sharing that with our audience. How could someone get in contact with you if they wanted to learn more about, just you supporting them with their book journey or just to have a conversation in general?
Well, I do have a web page. It's called Sincerely Syrone, and it does have a little bit a little bit of everything that I do right now, whether it be book editing or development coaching. It also talks about some of the books that I've written as well in collaboration. And the web address for that is sincerelysyrone.com. They can reach me via my email, sincerelysyrone1 at gmail.com. And so, yeah, so that's how you can connect with me. And it kind of gives you some other opportunities to kind of read a little bit more about what I'm doing and what projects I'm working on. So
Wow, thank you so much. I
you're
appreciate it.
welcome.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you are interested in getting into our support group, which is on Monday nights, or just learning more about a caring voice for you and how you or a family member can be supported, please reach out to us at caringvoiceforyou.com. And until next time, take care, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Welcome. Bye.